Hello, we are the Stereophonics and you are watching station.lu.
We first spoke 2.5 years ago in a disused abattoir.
Was that 2.5 years ago?
2.5 years ago, yeah. And
Was
now
it? I remember that quite vividly.
2.5 years. It's a disused abattoir. Now we're in a disused Renault garage. Aren't
Wow.
you guys supposed to be, playing pretty nice venues?
Well, we have been until we got here. Yeah, we were in Heineken Music Hall last night in Amsterdam.
Olympia in Paris.
Olympia in Paris the night before that. And the night before that we were in Brussels, the BA Barracas. And now we are here. So this is the smallest little club gig on the old run actually, which is, I think it'd be good tonight.
It sold out very quickly.
Yeah, be a rocking. At that stage, I think we do have to give a bit of credit to Jim Abbott on the demoing of the record, because I think when I was taking the demos into Jim, the beats he was putting behind on the drum machine were things a bit different to how we've done them before. It's funny, you only have to do one little tiny adjustment on that level, and then the whole band kind of changes. And I think we all learned a bit from that.
And how did Javier feel about a drum machine being brought in at some point?
I'm alright with drum machines. I always like playing along with clicks or drum machines and stuff like that. I think it's a really enrichment element actually when you actually embrace them. It is limiting sometimes as well, but when you actually program drum machines, you probably think differently that you will normally do.
You can't take your t-shirt off when you play a drum
No, I
machine.
can't. No, I put finger tape though,
Yeah,
because
okay.
I'm playing with the fingers.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Well, I think we've been quite committed to the band, really. I think, I know it sounds stupid, but when a lot of bands get a record deal, they think that's kind of it, really. But to us, we always saw it as, the first step on the ladder. So, and then getting your first single away and then your first record away, we always saw a new goal each time we did something. I think a lot of bands run out of ideas, to be honest with you. I think I think 80% of bands, once they get their second album, they haven't got much more to say. I think we always said from the beginning we wanted to be in it for the long haul, really. And well, the contract's up, so that was the last record on the contract, so we see what happens with the record company. Well, weirdly, I mean, on this album we had the best reviews we've had since Word Gets Around in Britain. I mean, the Times said it was the best album we've ever done, and it was weird because we weren't expecting it, so we were kind of caught off guard. We didn't really read the reviews, but when they all come filtering through, I mean, Charlie, a man there, he made a little film clip with all the quotes and all the stars of reviews, and I thought somebody made them up because I couldn't believe it. We've never been a critics band. I don't think we ever will be,
Always been people's bands, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's a critics band, like they give the first album a great review and anything after that usually, like unless you're Radiohead, they hate everybody, so.
Well, that's the hype machine in practice.
We were watching that
Yeah.
documentary on the bus, that It Might Get Loud, the Jack White.
Oh yeah.
And it was interesting to see Jimmy Page talking on there when they reviewed Led Zeppelin 4, and they said they gave it one paragraph. And he's like, there's some big songs in there, Stairway to Heaven, Black Dog, Rock and Roll, and it's just quite interesting. Even something like Jimmy Page is like, now, what do you have to do?
I suppose the good thing about it all is you don't write albums for journalists, you write them for an audience which you're trying to get new people on board. The bad thing about it is, like they're another outlet for the way people to get to know the band.
How can someone say what defines a great song and what, is Dakota a better song than Local Boy? He's innocent. To some people it is.
It's weird. I mean, when the first single and then Bartender and the Thief, everybody loved that. Then Have a Nice Day. Then Have a Nice Day was like an albatross around your neck, and then Dakota. It just, the thing is with a lot of the critics, and the thing is with a lot of perceptions of bands, not just our bands, most bands in general, is people only hear the 1 or 2 tracks that are on the radio. I don't think it's easy for journalists either, because they don't get the albums up front anymore. They don't get time to spend with the record anymore because everybody's terrified of downloading and all that.
Next day.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't think it's easy on them. They get an album and then review by Tuesday, and they've had it on Sundays. I don't think every band or personality involved in the situation needs to be vocal on it, but if they can use their position to help create an event that can go towards helping something, whether that's Geldof with Live 8 or whether it's George Clooney doing this thing, in conjunction with MTV and all these other people. So I mean, certain people will get off their arse and begin those things at this point in our career or whatever. I don't think any of us are that person in particular, but we've been asked to do lots of things, you know. When it comes to world affairs, I think you really have to know your information and your stuff to be able to do that and talk about it properly, you know, on a world scale. And I think, I think Bono does that well. I mean, he does meet with presidents and all sorts of shit. I mean, I wouldn't want that responsibility, but I mean, he obviously gets off on that, doesn't he?
There's been a few.
I had a recent one.
Yeah, I had a pretty bad one last week.
We did I think it was an XFM live session. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And then we ended up going for it.
Oh, done Cardiff.
No,
Launch, no?
no, not that one.
The Glasgow one.
No, the recent one in London. The recent one.
I think we must have had a communal hangover this week after Amsterdam, after
No, we were drinking the good
Paris.
stuff. We were,
Paris.
No, we were drinking the good stuff.
We had a party on the bus coming from Paris to Amsterdam the other night. That was a good night.
Moscow. Moscow was a really good one for you.
No, Cardiff was Cardiff.
You end up in the red square, lying on the floor.
We made a bargain with the devil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon we got 3 years before it starts turning.
It will catch up.
Good job the contract's finished.
One day it will catch up.
Yeah, and then we wake up one day, we're like, fucking 50. You're wearing a bike in the night, wear white, except when it's snowing.
Don't eat yellow snow then.
Don't eat yellow snow. That's my, because it's a lot of snow, don't eat yellow snow.
You got one, a helpful hint to me?
A helpful hint. Never wipe your arse with broken glass.
That's a good one, that is, yeah.
It is, in case people find themselves in trouble.
Yeah.